Peppa Pig, George, and Naughty Norman were all at the park, and they were just about to go on to the slide, and they were discussing who was going to go first. But Peppa said, "I'll go first to show you guys what we're going to do today." So Peppa goes up the ladder to the top of the slide, and she goes, "Watch me, guys. Watch how fast I go down the slide today." Whee! Down she goes. And now it's George's turn. "Watch us, Norman." So George heads up to the top of the slide, and down George went as well. "Wow," said Norman. "That looks so much fun. I can't wait to try it." But when Naughty Norman got to the top, he thought it would be a great idea to jump on the side. But before he knew it, it was very dangerous, and he fell off. "Oh no," said Peppa and George. "What have you done now, Norman?" So they run over to Norman to see if he's okay. And Norman said, "No, my leg. I've really hurt my leg." So Peppa said, "Hold on, I'll phone Sam." So Peppa Pig gets her mobile phone out and phones Sam and said, "Sam, quick, Norman's hurt himself really bad and he can't get back up." So Peppa and George wait as Sam arrives in his helicopter. So Sam rushes out of the helicopter to see Norman and said, "What's the matter, Norman? Is it your leg or your foot?" "It's definitely my leg," said Norman. "What happened? We'll have to get Nurse Flood in for this, 'cause I can't do nothing to your leg without a nurse present." So Sam phones for Nurse Flood. So they all have to wait for Nurse Flood to arrive. And here she is now. So Nurse Flood rushes to get out of her little ambulance and said, "Oh, Norman, you look in so much pain. Sam, we're going to have to get him to the hospital, quick, just in case." So Nurse Flood manages to bandage up Norman and his leg, so his leg won't hurt so much. So by applying a little bit of pressure to the leg, it'll keep it stable while Sam gets him to the helicopter. So it's Sam's turn to get him to the helicopter safe. So he picks Norman up. "Are you okay with that?" said Nurse Flood. "No problem," said Sam. "He doesn't weigh that much. He's only small." So Sam heads over to the helicopter and puts him in there. "You'll have to lay down by there," said Sam. "Just make sure you're very still, because moving around could hurt your leg. I'll be very gentle when we drive off." So Sam heads off to the hospital with Naughty Norman. But it's up to Nurse Flood to find out what went on. "I'll see you in a bit," said Sam. So while Nurse Flood was just about to head off, Nurse Flood said, "What happened, guys?" And Peppa and George explained. "Me and Peppa went up the slide and went down as you normally would. But Norman decided to play around on the side of the slide, and he accidentally slipped off." "Oh, I see," said Nurse Flood. "Thanks, guys. At least I know what happened now. I'll tell Naughty Norman and Fireman Sam when I see them." So Nurse Flood headed off to the hospital in her little ambulance. At least everyone's okay, and Peppa did the best thing that they could, which is if your friend's in trouble, you phone for help. And in this case, they phoned Fireman Sam to help them out. So if you ever have a friend in need, just phone your parents or anyone you can get hold of. So just remember, be safe when you're playing in the parks out there. They could be very dangerous. At least Peppa and George are okay this time. Don't forget to subscribe.